So let's take a look at the assignment for round 4P and maybe try to walk through some of those things. I guess I should have gotten to that particular capstone courier, but I will hopefully in relatively short order. So the assignment, the first question is, how much profit before tax did Baldwin miss out on by not meeting its potential with product bead? Small bonus for Baker's impact in the same segment. Okay, so the PDF version doesn't want to work real well, so sorry this isn't as big as what I would like, but again, it's just building on what we've done before. Okay, so we got to go and figure when we look at bead. Okay, and I'm going to look at it in the low end here. Okay, we can make some approximate guesses here, right? Its actual was about 10, its potential was about 20. Okay, but we need to know exactly. You know, that's not good enough, so we have to roll on down, okay, to this one here, right? Okay, and here this gives us the actual numbers. The potential market share for bead was this, and the actual market share is over here. Okay, and so we need to make that calculation. I gotta check something. I'm gonna add to this. I'm gonna say in the low segment, and I'll show you why. Sorry, I should have put that in there before, but I'm glad I caught it. You'll see that bead sold some in the traditional segment as well, and I don't want to make things that much more complicated. So you got the numbers there, right? So you calculate what it's missed out. You go back to the demand, total demand for the low end segment, figure out what it missed out on there. Then you take it times its price, and then you got to go look at its contribution margin to actually figure then what it missed out on. Okay. It can actually, well, I'm going to let it go at that. Okay, later we might look at something and it might even be a little bit more complicated, but for now we'll let her go at that. So 2, why did Baldwin generate a positive cash flow for plant improvements? Team Baldwin, you guys should get this one right. I'll be very disappointed if you didn't, but of course every other team should get this correct too. And where that question comes from is the cash flow, right? Okay, so Baldwin had a $15.8 million positive cash flow from plant improvements. Well, wait a minute. If I'm improving plants, how can I get a pot? Well, it did something, right? Okay, and so you might have to do a little bit of digging to figure out the answer to that one. Okay, 3, Cedar had a lower MTBF than Feet. Did that save Chester any money? How much? Check your guide. Okay, so the answer for this one is in the guide. I double checked to make sure. Okay, and on a per item basis is fine, so I don't need you to go in then and calculate exactly what the savings were based on how many they sold or anything. Just tell me what the guide says. I want you to open up your guide and look it up, right? And you'll see some information. There's a lot of other interesting information about MTBF. You might want to read it while you're there, and you can tell me then how much it saved per item. If you want to go through and do the math, that would be wonderful, and show me what it saved overall. Okay, then lastly, getting a little taking us away from the game itself, but what does market cap mean? How is it calculated? Internet search probably give you the answer there, right? And then show the calculation for your team. And why do I ask that? Well, when we're up here, we get this column. We don't really talk about it, okay? Maybe how meaningful or not meaningful it might be, but here's market capitalization, okay? These are in millions, okay? I believe they're in millions. Yeah, they got to be in millions. Absolutely. Okay, so look that up, figure it out, and then show me the calculation for your team. Obviously, each team will end up having a different answer for that. So there you have it. Holler if you have any questions, and best of luck.